Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel, Good Effort Meg. You might notice this video looks a little bit different. I'm still having some technical issues that I discovered last week, and I'm working on troubleshooting those issues, so I apologize if there's any technical issues for this video. For that reason, I'm actually going to break this up into a two-part video. This week, I wanted to share with y'all my thoughts on the Lutterloh system. So my parents gifted me this system back in April for my birthday, and I've had it sitting off to the side for the last couple of months, and I'm one of those people that I can easily get in my own head and let internal resistance kind of prevent me from trying something new. But I finally decided that, I really want to try this system. I want to create something beautiful. And I decided to use this system to help me draft a pattern based off of my own measurements, my bust and my hip measurement, to try to make like a Hawaiian-style shirt using some fabric that my sister sent me from Japan. So without further ado, let's get into it. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join our amazing community. So for the Lutterloh system, it came with a binder full of patterns. I believe there's like over 200 patterns in here. And what's unique about this system is that essentially you should be able to draft a pattern for your particular body based off of two measurements: your bust and your hip. But what I really loved about this system is that there were a variety of patterns for men and women. Also, there was a wonderful variety of like maternity wear for women and fuller figured women. But it also came with a thinner cardboard ruler, a document that kind of walks you through like a quick start manual on how to use the system, and also a DVD with spoken instructions on how to do your pattern. There is also a YouTube video that somebody, I believe their own YouTube channel, that they uploaded the contents of the DVD onto that YouTube channel. So you don't have to have a disc reader in order to watch this video. Now, what also came with this kit for me was a ruler, two pins, like little pins, and a marker and some Scotch tape, all of which are important for the making of your pattern. And then, because my parents are incredible, they ended up getting me the kit that also came with two types of tailor's rulers as well. I think it'll be easier to show you guys how this system works instead of me just telling you how it works. So that's what we're gonna do next. Now, you might want a piece of cardboard so your pen has something to hold on to while you are making your pattern. So the very first thing I did is I put my pin through the crosshair of the pattern, and I'll have to go back and add tape just so I don't accidentally tear a huge hole into my pattern. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I'm going to put the pin at my bust measurement on the white part of the ruler, and then line the white part of the ruler up with the lines. And there's a little number above those lines, and I'm just going to put a dot at those measurements as indicated. And I'm going to do that for every single line around this pattern piece. Now, any line or dot that you're doing that's below the waistline, you're going to want to switch your pin to be in the measurement of your hip. But just follow this around until you've made all of your dots. And then we are going to connect all those dots, and anywhere you're working on a curve, the instructions say you want to connect at least 3 points for any curved lines. And don't forget to add all of your notations for your bias line, any buttonholes. And this pattern kit, it does not include seam allowance. So I went back and I added a 1/2 inch seam allowance on all of the edges, at least for this piece, because this is the front panel of my shirt. And then you're able to then cut it out. And you're just going to repeat this process over and over for all of the pattern pieces until you have your complete pattern. As you can see from the pattern making process of this Lutterloh system, it was fairly simple to put my measurements in and transfer them onto the paper. I definitely think having the tailor's rulers were helpful. I don't know if those rulers are specific to this system. I'm sure you could probably pick these up at your local craft store or somewhere else, potentially for a lower price point, if that's a factor for yourself. So don't feel like if you want to try this system like I did, where I put it off for a very long time. I think this is a system where you could pick it up and buy the ruler, but everything else I think you could pick up from elsewhere, just if that price point is not for you, because really the meat and potatoes of this system is in the patterns and the angles that they've already drafted up for you and the specific ruler that comes with this system. So everything else I think you could access or acquire from other places, or you might already have it on hand just to kind of help you enter into this system. I personally really enjoyed this version of pattern making. I can't wait to see the final result of my Hawaiian shirt that I'm putting together to see actually if this really worked. But if it does, I think this is a super fun way to build patterns for your body type and really do it in a quick manner. And I hope I'm not fooling you guys into thinking that I was super confident rolling into this. I was very intimidated. I don't know what it is. Whenever I'm trying a new technique or something like that, I'm so worried about messing it up and potentially wasting materials or whatever the reason may be. I am very happy with how simple everything for this system came out. Yeah, so part 2 of this video I will put out next week, and that will be cutting everything out and putting everything together, and then we'll be able to see if this pattern that I created for myself is actually effective for making clothes. But I hope this video was helpful for you if you are on the fence on whether or not you wanted to pick up this system to start making your own patterns for yourself. And hopefully you got something out of it and maybe learned something new, or maybe you've never heard of this system before and you've now just been introduced to it. But otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video where we will put the shirt together and hopefully it'll be a beautiful garment. Bye!